Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I recorded a video of me moving my leopard geckos back to where I originally bought them, which was in Ohio. I lived in Ohio my whole life, which is where I bought my leopard geckos, and then I had to move to Florida for 4 years. So they went through that travel once already. And then I decided that once as I turned 18, I was going to move back to Ohio. And so we're taking that long trip again, and they survived. So we spent a total of 14 hours driving, I think. So right now, this video is taken in Florida. I'm emptying out their tanks, and then I'm going to be putting both of my geckos, Isla and Kaiser, into little carriers. I felt so bad for them because they need their space, especially Isla because she's gotten so big now. But yeah, these leopard geckos, we've been through a lot together, especially Kaiser, because if you look at my older videos, he used to have metabolic bone disease due to my own fault, which I cured him from that. He's completely healthy now, as you can see. This was Kaiser the day I got him. That was about 4 or 5 years ago. I can't really remember, but this picture says it was 3 years ago, but that was a while. And that's what Kaiser looks like now. So both my geckos are pretty healthy, except Isla is a little bit overweight now, which we got her on a diet and exercise plan, so it'll be okay. She gets exercise outside of her tank every single day, and we just kind of scaled down on how much mealworms she's getting because I do raise my own mealworms now, so they're gut loaded, therefore they have even more calories and nutrients than regular store-bought mealworms have. Plus they get dusted, so I basically had to scale down on the amount and not dust them anymore. So for their traveling containers, all I did was put their substrate Eco Earth in the bottom, and then I put one of their hides in water. But on the car ride, I decided to not use the water, and I just gave them water when we stayed in a hotel room. That way they could have more room to move around, and plus they sleep during the day. They don't really get up to drink water. They're mostly active. You know, they're crepuscular, so they weren't even active during the day, so all the water was doing was just sloshing around and just taking up space. So I took both of their water bowls out, and this is them acclimating to their little carriers. Like I said, I felt so bad for them. They were so tiny, especially when I have the water bowl in Isla's. Then this is them in the car. I had them on the floor next to me the whole time, but majority of the time I put the tanks in my lap, or I took the geckos out in my lap to comfort them. They both got time outside of their carriers. There was no way that I was going to leave them in there the whole time. And I also was unable to plug into their heat mats like I could the first time because it was in a different truck. Before I was able to plug in their heat mats because we had an outlet. This one we did not. So I let them out often so that they could take my body heat to warm them up. So guys, I just got back. My geckos are right in here in their little hides, as you can see. We didn't have enough room to bring my stands, so tomorrow we're gonna have to buy new stands for the tanks. I got all their hides in here and stuff, and I'm just gonna reset them up. That's Kaiser's tank, and that's Isla's tank. And for some reason, the bottoms of the tanks are like super greasy, so I can't tape the heat mats on them at this moment. So I'll probably tape them on sometime tomorrow when I get their new stands. So oh, my hair just got that. That's nice. That's really nice. Awesome. couple weeks later, and I totally forgot to record me getting the stands up. We basically had to rebuy the stands that I already had in Florida because they wouldn't fit with all of my stuff that I was bringing. So there's Isla taking a nap right there. They haven't eaten a whole lot, basically the past few months, but I've had my geckos for about 5 or 6 years now, and that's pretty normal for them to not really eat a whole lot in the wintertime. So I need to organize this, but all my lizard gecko stuff is in these drawers right here, like reptile carpet, stuff like that, and those are the carriers I had them in. And their heat mats are plugged in the back. And then Kaiser's tank is over here, my old fish tank. I've had this my whole life. And he's hiding in the hide right there. Yeah, his tank needs an upgrade, but if you guys have been following my channel for a while, you know, been following my channel since the beginning with my leopard geckos, you know the tank that he used to be in. It was a little, I think it was a 10 or 20 gallon, I don't remember, but it was really small and I had it my whole life. The top of it had duct tape and it was melted because of the heat lamp that I used to have on it when I had different lizards in it. So all these are empty right now, but I'll probably put more stuff in it because now that I finally have my first job, I can spend way more money on making these cages look a lot better than they do. Right now, it's just kind of the bare minimum. They have the space that they need and the hides and water and food and the substrate and all that and the heat mats, but I think that it could definitely be a lot better. And then the mealworms I'm breeding are down there, which I forgot a long time ago. I was gonna do a video on how to breed mealworms for leopard gecko. They're not the healthiest